Hello, my name is Wolf. Welcome to the channel. Today, a little Valheim. Valheim is a Viking survival game that I've been playing for on and off now for past year or so. Me and the buddy started playing this after we got a little bored between Call of Duty updates and between a couple of the recent Modern Warfare releases. This was a nice change of pace. I've never really played a game like this where you survive, craft food, build things, anything like that. So this is my second Valheim seed. A little next here. We never finished the first seed. We got to the Plains boss, Yaglith, and we never beat him and never finished it. And then a buddy moved, and then I ended up starting my own seed. So this is my seed that I've started building on. So we'll give you a little quick tour of the base and what we have going on here. So you see my boat offload area. I have yet to build a dock or a harbor. That is where this area is going to be. Eventually I'll dig this out and build a nice little harbor for the boat to pull in to unload. And then from here we can see I have my plains crops over here, so this is why I picked this location. So I'm in a meadows with plains right here, and then a mountain biome, and then there's some black forest just up around the corner there. So you can see I have all my plains crops here. I have 3 loxes that just always hang out here, which is kind of cool just to see them kind of chilling. And then back over this way, get a look at the front of the base as the sun is moving over. And we have my factory area where we do all of our smelting and make some coal, get some wisps. You know, the Eichter refinery. Haven't messed with that yet. Just got to the Mistlands not too long ago. Haven't done a terrible lot in there. Over here we have a boar farm. Nothing fancy, just a gate with my boars. And if we can continue on up, kind of have a tiered crop section with my turnips, onions, and carrots, and the beehives. Just kind of going for a look where the place was carved out of like the side of the mountain and slowly added to on, you know, over the course of time. Pretty happy with how this area turned out and how this wall turned out with the black marble integrated in. I think that looks pretty nice. And then we'll continue on in here. And then I have a little fun little spot here. A little dragon egg enclosure that I thought was kind of fun to incorporate with some dragons there. And then on the front here. And we'll head on in. So the first area to the right, we have, I guess what we call like our great hall or dining hall. I'm really happy with the way these pillars turned out. Took a little tinkering to get them to line up properly with the roof, but overall I'm pretty happy with the result. And then we have my kitchen area. This whole wall area is something eventually I kind of want to redo and make it look a little nicer. I just got my fermenter sitting on the floor here because I haven't done anything with it yet. Then just the cooking area, food storage. So cooked food's over here. Uncooked stuff is back over in that corner. And then my chicken coop, which is where I keep my hens. Down here is the workshop. I'm really happy with the way this whole space turned out. Lots of storage. Love how these shelves turned out and little nooks here for each crafting station and storage, and some decorations with the shields. If I was to redo this again, I might do like a meter wider, just to give myself a little more space, because I had trying to incorporate this in the middle. Makes it a little tight, but I'm really happy with the way this area turned out. And as you can see, it's starting to get dark. You see I have the headlamps lighting this whole area. So you don't have to keep refilling like light fixtures and stuff. Have all the magic-y stuff over here that I haven't really messed with yet. And then over here in this section, we have the photography table. We have barrels here for all the different trophies from each biome. So starting with like the meadows, going all the way up to like Mistlands, where I'm currently at. Here is my little armory section, where I have not a lot of anything yet. Just I have some trophies here later I want to use for some decorations. I have some old armor here. Haven't really filled this up. I'm only currently personally on this seed plane. My buddies haven't logged back in to ever check it out. Some backup weapons, a bunch of arrows up here. You know, a little barber station if I want to clean myself up. And then over here is the wolf pit. This is where I keep my wolves. Made this little enclosure here for them. Like the way this turned out as well. Kind of like built into the mountain where there's still some snow. Little covered area for them to hang out in. I'd like to make this area just a little bit bigger. And then back through this way, we have the hot tub, which sadly doesn't get much use right now. And then we have storage here for all the portal materials. And then we have 2 portal hubs. This one in here is just for the different vendors. Quick access to go through, buy some stuff. And then I have portals set up for each of the boss spawns. And some of the sealed dungeons like the tomb. And some other areas I'm currently going back and forth. And I added this section here. Made a rookie mistake by building too high up on the mountain and couldn't get the terrain leveled down as far as I want to get things lined up. I got some additional space up here for some portals that I haven't put in. Still need to kind of finish this area in here. And then we will go here to the sleeping quarters. So it's still work in progress in here. This is my bedroom with fireplace, little overlook out. I have a hen that has escaped, and I've not been able to put him back, and just decided to let this guy wander around the base. Wondering if I'll ever make it in the wolf pit and get eaten. Have some storage back here for myself. Again, this needs a little more work, a little bit more decorations. And then over on this side, I built like a little barracks for the rest of the squad if they ever get back on, so they have a place for their stuff. And beds and storage for them with lots of windows. And then go back downstairs. It's a little darker so we can see the workshop when it's dark. You can kind of see how it's lit up with those lamps, which I really like the way, again, this turned out. I think it looks really cool even at dark. The lights going. Both little walkway here around the front of the base here. Little quick access to get around. And I put another stairwell in down over here. To get back up and down. Put the obliterator all the way over here. Get rid of some stuff. And from up here we can get a little bird's eye view and the layout of what we're working with. So I still have a little bit more room if I want to dig out kind of the side and add more portals back here. Eventually I want to do a little something different with the front of the roof there where the chimney is, but haven't got to it. sun's coming back up. Get a nice look at it again. Was trying to incorporate some curve. So this is my Mistland base in progress. So found a little mini mine here, cleared this out. I was going to probably repurpose all this. I got some smelters in here, just start collecting materials. Got a dwarf rogue over here hanging out. Picked this area because it was pretty wide open and there wasn't a lot of mist. So I put my little farm in down here for some foods, mining some sap up here. Eventually I'll build all this out more. And then down this way, got the little wisp lights everywhere. Smell like the fog. But a lot of this area was pretty open and didn't have a lot of mist to begin with. So I thought this was a good first location. Since I'm not very familiar with Mistlands yet, haven't played in this biome that much. Still working on mining this guy. And then we have a place here where I parked my other boat and some storage for offloading. And then, so we're all the way up here. Other base was all the way down over here. And you can kind of see why I picked this. I was near some of the tombs and one of the vendors, Seal Tower, and some of the boss spawns and other dungeons. And then this is my starter island where I still haven't explored it very much. I have a couple portals over here, and as I've been trying to open up more map and exploring it, I didn't find any swamp nearby, which is kind of why I set sail this way. And then ended up picking that location due to the plains and mountains being right there. And then I got really lucky. As I was exploring up here and defeated bone mass, that over here I found a mine, my first big infested mine, and cleared it out. And it actually had the queen location in the first one I ever went in, which I believe is super rare. So I think I got really, really lucky, but I still have a long way to go to get all the way out there. And this is kind of like my beachhead location of where to build a, a little workshop or satellite base to start working my way out this way. But that's a lot of map to open up and explore. I'm kind of taking my time since, I have the queen left and then the Ashlands boss. Kind of don't want it to end. Eventually I want to build this out, make another base or workshop here, have some fun with this, and build more of the black marble pieces. I haven't really experimented much with them. And then eventually I want to add more here as well. Some decorations or covered areas, but that concludes the base tour. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Planning on doing some more Valheim content, maybe some like renovation series as I do some upgrades on the base or change some things. But again, my name is Wolf. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.